What's up, guys? That Matt Money here, wanting to use the new whiteboard in the new YouTube studio / guest bedroom to talk about what is the stock market. And this is going to be geared towards idiots like myself. So I want to make it super simple. I want people to understand simply what is the stock market, and when we go into the series, I'm just going to talk very, very simply. Because for me, I don't like it when they throw a ton of giant words at you. So it's going to be very, very simple. If you enjoy the content, please feel free to like and subscribe. That Matt Money, and let's get into it. So with that, let's get right into it. So, stock market, what is it? Simply put, it's a place that you can buy stocks and sell. So simply put, you can buy and sell stocks. What is a stock? So a stock is a share or a small piece of a company. So here will be my example here. So Apple makes the new iPizza and it's all the rage, and you just think Apple stock's gonna go crazy. So there's the iPizza. So you want to buy a share of iPizza. Let's highlight in a share of iPizza. You now own that share of iPizza, and if iPizza does well, then hey, you're gonna make money. If iPizza does terrible and nobody wants electronic pizza, then it's gonna do badly. So we'll give you another example here in just a minute. Okay guys, so another example for you here, and I was kind of on the fence on this one, so drop a comment in the comments if it's terrible or not. So I don't know, kind of makes sense. So let's get into it. So you and your buddies want to build the bomb-est race car out there. So you're building yourself a car, cool. So you decide to buy Coolio brand wheels for $50. So you got the wheels for $50 on your Coolio race car. So let's go ahead and say your car wins. Oh my gosh, that's fabulous. So your Coolio tires gain $50 in value. They're now worth $100. You could sell your Coolio tires to another member of the party and make $50. That's great. Let's say your race car gets dead last. Wah, wah, wah. Poo-poo on Coolio tires. They're now only worth $25. So if you choose to sell those tires back to somebody in the party, you've now lost $25, which kind of sucks. So in this example, what are the elements here? The race car is the company. The wheel is a share of that company, and how the car is performing in the race is things that happen to the company. So the car losing the race could be like a company filing for bankruptcy or having terrible earnings. A good thing that could happen is good earnings, or lots of iPhone sales, or iPizza sales, hey. So company does good, put simply, you'll make money. And there's other aspects to it, so not all the time. Sometimes the market's so strange, but so company does good, you'll make money. Company does bad, you'll lose money. So that is my example. So let me know if the race car example was a good one or not. All right, so from our race car example, we have learned that a stock equals a small chunk of a company, a very small chunk of the company, one share at least. So in these situations that we're going to do, which are real life examples, we're going to say we own one share of each of these. So you own one share of NAT. The news that came out with NAT is, oh no, oil prices are terrible. Where are we going to store all this oil? Well, buddy, put it on my tanker. So NAT stock had a rise in price due to the fact that people are storing oil with them. Sweet. So that $4 stock went all the way up to $9. You made $5. Let's say you sold, you just get to keep that $5. Cool. And you will pay taxes on that $5, which we'll get into. So that's a good example. So now let's say a bad example. Oh goodness, Hertz Rent-A-Car, what's going on with them? So, big Rona hit. Nobody's renting cars, obviously, where nobody's going anywhere. So they actually had to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So they will be going to zero, so don't buy it. So they will be going to zero. So their stock was $20, and they went all the way down currently to $2. And if I'm honest, I'd get out at $2 because it's going to go to donut. But anyway, so in this case, you've lost $18. Shoot. Not a great choice. I should have thought about this. Granted, the Rona, who could have seen that coming, right? All these companies with the Rona. So, company with good news. Yay, price goes up. Company with bad news. Poo-poo, oh no, price goes down. So that's the examples of real life examples that we have on board here. All right, guys, so how do I get in the game, baby? Well, let me tell you. So you're going to need something that is going to allow you to buy and to sell these shares of companies. And for that, you will need a broker or a brokerage account. So how do you define broker or brokerage? So a brokerage is a person or thing that buys and sells assets or goods. And in our case, we're talking about stocks. So something that buys and sells stocks. Very simple. So you're telling me, hey Matt, what the heck? I need some dude to make trades for me, and all I gotta say to that is, it's not the 1940s, bro. No, you can use a lot of different online tools that you can find. So what I've used for the last 3 years is a little girlie named Robinhood. So what I like about Robinhood, what I dislike about Robinhood. So I like that it's free. It's free to download. It's free to do trades. It's free to buy and sell. Before there was like a fee of like $3-4 to get into a trade. So you need to make at least that. And I know starting out, I had like zero money in my account. So $3 or $4 is like a 5% gain before you even make any money. So free, trades are free. And they kind of made the rest of the brokerages adopt this as well, which is awesome. It's easy to learn. They have tools on there to help you learn how to trade, and they don't unlock things until you've incrementally been on there for a while, which is good. Because if you mess around with options early, you'll probably get burned like I did. I lost a good chunk of money on that. They also have a savings account, high interest savings account, which interest rates are low, so that it's not super high, but it's kind of nice that your cash that's just sitting there will make money. Like a Wells Fargo gives you like 0.01. This is giving you 0.4, I think it is right now. So it's nice that you're actually making a little bit of money. You're not beating inflation by any means, but it's still pretty nice. So my dislikes, and I'm going to be honest about the things I dislike about it too. I mean, I have no affiliation, so I'll poo-poo on them all day. So it can be slow, it can be buggy. If there is lots of volume or just lots of shares exchanging hands like crazy, it can be slow. And it even says on the bottom, trades might be delayed due to high volumes or whatever. So it can say that. It's crashed a couple times, I think 2 times. Don't quote me on that though, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think it's crashed a couple times. So one time on a Friday, I think, when options expire, a lot of times is on Friday, it crashed. And if I was a person, which I'm not really, that does options trading. So if I was a person that had options worth a ton of money and I wanted to get out and I couldn't, I would have been furious. So I totally understand where people come from about not liking Robinhood. A lot of the info on Robinhood is just not correct. Like on dividends for any type of cruise line right now, you'll see, oh my gosh, this is paying like a 10 dividend, which I have another video about dividends if you want to check that out. But it's just not correct sometimes because obviously they're not paying dividends. They go based on the last dividend, so I get why it's still there. But yeah, sometimes the info is not correct. There's also not a large surplus of information on there. When I'm looking up a stock, I don't just use Robinhood ever. I use like 6 other different sources, which you should do anyway with any brokerage, but not a lot of information on there. You can't really find the financials of a company on there. So I dropped a link in the description and I will show you how easy it is to buy and sell through this example right here. So we've hopped on Robinhood here. Here's my brokerage account and lost a little bit of money. Let's find a stock to buy real quick. So I'm going to purchase XLF here. So I like XLF. It's a ETF of banks, so a bunch of banks in this one. So I'm going to hit trade. I'm going to hit buy. I'm going to go ahead and type in 1, review it. And then we're going to go ahead and swipe up and we'll see if it gets filled right away. There we go. So I just bought 1 of 1 shares of XLF, which is great. So I now have a position of 21 shares of XLF. So let's go ahead and sell something here real quick. So let's go to NAT, which we talked about earlier. Going to go ahead and hit trade, sell. Going to type in 1 again, review it. And then we're going to go ahead and swipe on up and review it. And there we go, sold 1 of 1. So we just sold a share. So Robinhood makes it really simple to buy and sell. And I like this one quite a bit. I think it is a pretty good option, especially for beginners. All right, so a little bit of a review here for us. So the stock market is a place you can buy and sell stock, a chunk of a company, the wheel of the car, the piece of the eye pizza. It's a place where you can buy and sell a chunk of a company. The value of this stock changes over time. Good news, eye pizza sales rock, then it goes up. Bad news, hurts going bankrupt, then you're going to lose money. And the time where you sell or buy the stock is going to be where you've either made or lost your money. So if you bought it at 4, you sell it at 6, you've made $2. If you bought it at 4 and sold for 2, you've lost $2. So you'll need a brokerage account. So Robinhood is linked in the description, and you'll even get a free share. Oh my goodness. But don't expect anything like Apple. They'll give you like a $5 chuck like Ford or something. So don't expect anything crazy from that free share, but it would help support the channel, so I'd appreciate it. And also learn how to use your brokerage account as well. So before you get crazy and start diving into like advanced options trading, just be sure you know what you're doing. I've lost money doing that before, and I don't want you guys to, so be sure you know what you're doing before you dive in like crazy. And that's kind of a wrap on this one. So if you want to support the channel, please feel free to like and sub. If you could use the link, that would be awesome too. If I left anything out, or if I made anything way too advanced or crazy, or if I just missed something, please leave it down in the comments and we can go ahead and get it all fixed up. So thank you for watching, and I hope you guys make tons of money.